Okay, hello, my celestial kings, queens, and beings. This is Mystic Storm here to clear the path to a new life with you. I hope that you're having a wonderful day, evening, wherever you're catching this. And I just want y'all to know that this Cancer full moon that we're going on to is going to be very potent, very potent. And it's not just because of the Cancer full moon alone. We're going to break down the astrology a little bit before I tap into the cards, okay? So I'm excited. I haven't talked to you all about astrology in a while, but I decided to let me pull out the chart and talk to the people. So while I'm getting set up here, I just wanted to let y'all know that I did do some updates with my shop. You can shop now on social media on Facebook and Instagram, which is cool. And then I'm going to add more products on the website as possible, as soon as possible. Oh, and on Facebook, you can book readings on straight from Facebook, which is cool. But of course, you can always go directly to my website, msbotanica.com, okay? And you can book readings, you can get products and all that stuff. So speaking of, I'm about to use some of my self-love oil. And this is the vibration, the energy that I've been on for a few weeks since we started Venus retrograde, and I feel like that's going to really continue for this Cancer Cancer full moon. Yes, yes, heart chakra, touch the womb, touch the sacral chakra. So with this here, I have the chart pulled up, and the full moon is happening in the sign of Cancer in the 12th house. So that's going to be very big on the collective level, okay? Hey, Morning Miracles. So the 12th house energy is like paying debts of destiny. So it's like karma, right? Limitations. So that's also giving me like Saturn energy, secrecy, collective or like institutionalized care for the unfortunate, or the underdogs kind of, and then mysticism, of course, right? The occult. So when I saw limitations and paying off debts, the reflection of the 12th house is the 6th house, right? That's where the sun is right now in the sign of Capricorn. And that's servicism, relations with employers and employees, health and sickness. So that's why I'm really attuned into self-love, self-care right now, because Cancer is a very nurturing spirit. You said, okay, you're a Cancer. I love Cancers. Water energy, even though I'm a Pisces moon, so we get a bad rap, I know. But, the sensitivity to spirit and to other people is a big thing. You have to have empathy. But then you also have to learn how to have boundaries with that. So I can get the struggle a little bit. But yeah, with that reflection on acts of service. So I feel like a lot of us are trying to change our jobs right now, or might be upgrading within your business endeavors, or you're trying to work on your health more. You're trying to work on releasing a lot of old mindsets and limiting beliefs, right? So that's why this title is Feel to Heal and Create, We have to feel in order to heal, right? But then we also have to heal that space, the sacral chakra, in order to create. What are you trying to create in this life? And I'm not saying that you have to be an artist or a poet, a musician. Of course, that comes with the territory, but what are you wanting to create out of your life? You are the alchemist, you are the magician, you are the witch of your life. So what are you going to make happen? So that's the big thing. I feel like career, business, health is a big thing right now. But I would say above all, health would come first mentally, before anything else, to get the mindset to heal. I will also say that the moon in the 12th house in Cancer is trine Neptune in Pisces. So that's really tapping into the mysticism, right? So we're going to be more heightened, really heightened, okay? To the point where you might get a lot of downloads from spirit. You might see a lot of signs. You might get visions. Your dreams might be on point or out of whack. And speaking of dreams, okay, just because your dream, you have to dig deeper than what you see in your dream, because there's a hidden message in there. So it's just like, I was like, I don't want to talk about my dreams. But sometimes I wake up, I'm like, dang, why did I think about that? But then it's just like, once you dig deeper, you have to realize, okay, this is what spirit is trying to tell me through signs and symbols, right? So really pay attention to your dreams. And Neptune and Pisces is in the 8th house. So that's all about the occult, death, rebirth, right? And then also, I forgot to say, the sun and Pluto is conjunct. Okay, so that's also saying that this is a time for transformation. This is a time for deep change on a cellular level within you, and then on the outer collectively. I feel like we're all going through this. Okay, we're all going through this shift, this change, and it's just like, what are you going to do with it? Are you just going to sit back and just let life pass you by, or are you going to be an active player in your life? That's the big thing. That's the big takeaway. Use this Capricorn energy to propel you forward when it comes to spring. Okay. Yes. Morning Miracles by Liz said, letting go of limiting beliefs. We have to do that every day. Every day. Because it's deeply programmed, it's deeply rooted within the subconscious. You have to continually, or not, very harshly or abruptly, but you have to be mindful of these things. You have to learn how to let go. You have to be aware of your limiting beliefs and let go. And you might need to release in a way that is out of your character. Okay. So that might be, you might cry a lot this week. That's okay. You might pop off. Now be mindful, but that's okay too. Sometimes they got to hear it. We are in Mercury retrograde, right? We started Mercury retrograde on Friday, the 14th, and then we're still in Venus retrograde. So there's dark and light, to negative and positive, to anything, right? So how are you going to use this Mercury retrograde? Are you going to just say, oh, my exes are going to pop up, or oh, everything bad is going to happen, and that's just it? Well, Mercury is all about the mind. It's mental, right? So can't you use that? Of course, there's going to be chaos and all these things that go on, but can't you think of like new inventions, or try to, what can you do to better yourself in your career or your health? Like, really, that's the this is a prime time to let go of limiting beliefs, because everything is slow. It's moving more slowly, so that way you can probably pick up on stuff more than you would instead of just keep going and going and going and going. Okay, this is a time to plan. This is a time to receive. Okay, we're in a receptive time. Okay, as far as winter, because with this receptivity, we are able to get the guidance. We're able to get the downloads. We are able to listen to our heart. We're able to listen to our spirit. We're able to listen to a higher power, God, universe, however you want to say it. This is the time to do that. And then that way you can start implementing changes little by little, right? And stop repeating cycles. Yes. Now, cycles is an ebb and flow to everything, but it's just like, also don't beat yourself up. This is where the nurturing, the mothering aspect of Cancer, right, is coming into play, because if you're so hard on yourself and you're so strict on yourself, it takes time to reprogram the subconscious, to reprogram the mind. So don't feel like, okay, yes, I'm going to do this and it's going to stop cold turkey. It's not. I mean, some people can do that. That's fine, but that's not always the case. And this is a time to be loving and be nurturing to ourselves, not shaming or feeling guilt within ourselves. If that's something that you do, if you're very judgmental and you have a lot of shame and guilt, you can work on releasing that this cycle, okay, and replacing that energy with nurturing, healing energy, okay. For the tension I see in the chart, I do have Mars and Sagittarius squared with Neptune and Pisces. So that's giving me, you might have some resistance to what you're getting, or resistance to the changes that are happening, because change isn't always smooth. It's chaotic. And though you cannot see the end result of that change right at that instant, sometimes you can. But if you can't see it, just know, just to be open. This isn't a space to be active and really do anything right now, or be very reactive. This is giving me reactive energy, because Mars is like the god of war. So it's just like you might choose violence that day, but you might need to step back a little bit and cool off before you have some deep conversations with people. And I will say, this week coming up, January 18th, is Uranus. Uranus is going direct, okay? And the sign of Taurus has been there for a hot minute, a couple of years now. And this is just saying, expect the unexpected. Now, if you are a pessimist, that can be, I don't even want to go outside, because I don't know what's going to happen. But if you expect the unexpected, that's you tapping into your magic, right? That's you working, developing things, writing your petitions, lighting candles, you doing your energy work and all that stuff. So that way you can be open to receive the unexpected. Like, anything is possible at this point, okay? When I was preparing for this reading, I was thinking about the Blue Moon card and the Queen of the Moon Oracle. And I think it's expect the unexpected. And it has like a portal. So I feel like this is kind of giving me Blue Moon energy. Like, I really feel like this Cancer full moon is very potent, and we can really open up a portal to get to the life that we want, right? Or, get to a different dimension or parallel universe to get us on track to where we need to go, right? So, Ooh, and the sun enters in Aquarius on the 19th. I'm an Aquarius. So I'm happy I'm a February Aquarius, but yes, our season is coming up. So I hope that, oh, I wanted to say, what is it squared off to? Uranus is squared off with Mercury. Mercury retrograde. So take it easy. Take it real easy. Your mind might be foggy sometimes, and that's okay. You be mindful of how you speak at work, okay? Because the Uranus is in the 10th house is professionalism, standing in community, and the father. Okay, you might have some issues with your supervisor, your manager, your boss, or something like that, or vice versa. You're in that role, and you have to tell an associate to pretty much not put them in their place, or just tell them to step it up, and it might be some tension within the workplace. So be mindful of how you speak. Don't be as reactive. Take some time before you talk to people. Think before you speak, pretty much, and be receptive, and also listen to what people are saying. Okay. All right. We're going to get into the cards. Okay, I want to do, because I got a couple of decks out here, per usual. But I'm going to start with the Heal Yourself Oracle. And what prompted me to this, too, is Chiron is, you're so welcome. Chiron is in Aries. And that's, our individual selves, right? This is a time where we are recreating ourselves, reinventing ourselves. And it's to the point where, we don't really feel that confident, and, because we're not really getting the recognition that we deserve. We don't feel like we're good enough for our worth. This is why we need to work with the Cancer full moon for the sacral chakra energy, okay? So let's get into the Heal Yourself Oracle. Oh, that was very quick. Family and tribe. Family and tribe. Okay, this is healing for the family and tribe. So what I'm getting here is, if you heal yourself, you're going to open yourself up to healing your family, your bloodline, your lineage. This is breaking generational curses, very pretty much like hereditary, like diseases and all that stuff. I feel like that's healing energy. And this is also healing in an emotional space where you can set yourself up to build a community. Okay, this is healing yourself, being more open to create with other people, to collab with other people, to network with other people, and also not being afraid to put yourself out there. Okay. You said your sacral chakra crystal broke in half. When I said crystals, never happened before. So if you'll be a Reiki master in February. That's awesome. Yes, I do Reiki as well. I'm a Reiki master. But for your crystal just broke in half, I will say that that's probably your sacral chakra you probably used it to the point where it's done its job. And of course, you could still use the crystal. Just because it's broke doesn't mean that, it's something wrong with it. But you might have been using that that crystal a lot. I would suggest like burying it in some soil, or even letting it soak up in water and charge it under the moon. And then that way you have two crystals. You have, you can put it, wherever you want, so that's good. But family and tribe for sure. And then I also, at the base of the deck, was self-sabotage. Self-sabotage. So this is healing that's knowing your worth, not getting letting go of those limiting beliefs, those negative thoughts that are happening, okay? And not and even though self-sabotage, it may not always look um very destructive to you. You may feel like you're protecting yourself, right? That's that Chiron and Aries, because you're so used to the old you. But since you're trying to make this change and you're trying to elevate your lineage, you're trying to get out there and find your people, your community, right? And heal and grow together, then it's time for you to let go. And you might be a hermit, straight hermit mode, introvert, and that's okay. But it's time to get out there. And I know that easier said than done with the climate that we're in right now. However, just finding communities within social media and commenting more on posts and all that stuff. Like, I know for me, it took me a while to start back commenting on certain things, because I think I got scared of how people got fired from their jobs because they said the wrong thing on social media. I'm like, I ain't saying nothing. Okay. I ain't got time for that. But your voice should be heard. You have an input as well. So you make sure that you are getting out there, that you are networking, okay? And that the negative chatter in your head isn't who you are. And this is from the Whispers of the Ocean, and this is polite declaration. And this is very in sync with what I was saying, because it says you can move in whatever direction you need to accomplish your goals. It is time for you to get out there, claim what is yours, and stay in your power. So yeah, it's time. It does look like the hermit. You're like hermit crab. It's just like, come on, get out there. It's all right. And it doesn't have to be forceful. Just take it a step at a time. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon, right? So take your time, be easy, make these little changes and steps in order to evolve, okay? Yes. I want to pull, I feel like I'm like right now, but I'm very excited. I want to pull from the Animal Spirit deck. I have my tarot here, but I feel like it's just an oracle kind of day. Spirit, what animal energy do we need right now? Panther. Yes, it's time to purge. It's time to purge and claim what's yours. Go after it and get it. Okay? That's that fire energy, right? So mixing fire with water, let's talk about that. Since Cancer is water, right? We can use, of course, water extinguishes fire, but you can have it on both plates, right? The masculine and the feminine. Feminine energy is the water. Masculine is the fire. How about I say masculine is the feminine? But that might be a message in itself. But using this time to be receptive to heal, and in order for you to go out there and win and be hungry for it. Okay? Okay? So this purging that's happening is also connected to the healing, right? This darkness of the Black Panther here is giving me like womb energy. So it's just like and this is feminine energy still with this dark energy, with this darkness. So making sure that you allow room and space for the healing, but also this is giving me don't take no stuff at the same time. Make sure you have firm boundaries. People are going to try you, especially during this Mercury retrograde, and it's don't feel like you don't have to speak up for yourself. In a sense, you have to have your emotions in check in order to speak in a stern, convicted way to people so they can get the point. Don't let your emotions, this is where taming or nurturing those emotions, don't let your emotions get to the point where you bite somebody's head off. You can just growl at them and let them know that don't mess with me unless you want to find out, pretty much. But just take that into consideration. Okay. I want to pull from the Queen of the Moon. And I don't know. We'll see. I still have a few more decks out here, but we'll see. I split the deck and I saw release. You said you got a pyramid tattoo on your chest 2 days ago. Oh my gosh. Come on. Notice the pyramid in the card. Yes, that's that fire symbol. There's so many synchronicities for you here. Look, nourishment. We've been talking about this. Tend to yourself, tend to your garden, and be in receiving mode to get all of what you want, right? This is time to plant your seeds of intention. You should have done that for the Capricorn new moon. If not, that's okay. You can set intentions. It doesn't have to be during the moon cycle. As long as you set intentions, you all right? You're okay. But know that the intentions that you have set, so far, that they're in the process to bloom, to blossom, that you'll be fruitful and abundant and you don't have to worry about anything. And even though, chaos comes, or you might see something or hear something that is not of high vibration, know that you are protected from it anyhow. Of course, we have to go through lessons. Of course, we have to experience things in order to evolve, in order to grow. But know that through that all hope is not lost. Know that you are being put in the trenches for a reason in order to come out stronger and better than ever. So use this time, even when things hit the fan. Don't neglect yourself. Make sure you nourish on yourself in order to keep your energy intact. Energy is currency. We're learning that more and more and more and more. Work on energy healing. Work on making sure you clear your energy, you clear your space, you clear your home. Really use water, the water element, to cleanse and purify. And you'll be good. You'll be okay. I mean, I'm not saying it's going to be a walk in the park, but it will be okay as far as you have the tools that you need. You are the alchemist, right? So this is a new deck that I was gifted. I'm not sure if they want me to say their name, but they know who they are. It's a Power Thoughts Oracle deck. So me see. The point of power is always in the present moment. And then it has this. And it says, the past is over and done. It has no power. It has no power over me. I can begin to be free in this moment. Today's thoughts create my future. I am in charge. I now take my own power back. I am safe and I am free. So that is, look, that is a good part of what I was talking about as far as energy is currency. And if we're thinking about the past, that's depressive energy. If we're thinking about the future all the time, that's anxiety, right? So we need to stay in the present moment and also taking our power back. So from people that are hungry for our energy, for our vital essence, or try to take our energy and give us theirs that drains and lower us. Make sure that you are in control of yourself, making sure that you keep your energy and vitality intact. By staying in the present moment, you'll find gems, you'll find more clarity than you would instead of being on the other two pillars. Keeping that mindfulness, that keeping on that path is going to help you really navigate life better. Okay. He said, I am safe has been an affirmation this week. Yes, I am safe. I am safe. I am protected, right? Even in the midst of chaos, I am protected. Okay. That is good. Okay. So I feel like I want to wrap up here. I mean, I could pull some tarot, but I'm really not feeling the tarot right now, especially since I talked about the astrology chart which was nice. I want to bring that back a little bit more. So we'll see how that goes. But I will close out here with the Wow Offering deck. And make sure that you all check out my website, msbotanica.com, okay? If you want to book a private session or a reading with me, or purchase my products. I will say I do have a New Year special going on right now until the end of January. It's a 20-minute reading for $25. So if you want to check that out, you can. And then also, if you want to shop on my shop, again, you can check out my website, or you can even check it out here on Instagram or Facebook, and you can book on Facebook too. So I'm getting there, y'all. So look, we got compassion and then forgiveness. Compassion says, as you pray each day for greater compassion, a new self is born, drawing new people and new experiences. Dear Lord, help me feel ever-deepening self-acceptance. May I see myself as you see me. Talked about not being so hard on ourselves. That's that Chiron and Aries, right? Have compassion for yourself through these changes, through these shifts right now, as we are doing this to change our lives, to upgrade, to glow up, right? To do all these things to better our future, not just for ourselves, for our family and tribe, right? Our community. So don't be so hard on yourself. I know it's easier said than done. Continue to nourish yourself and don't fall into victimhood or self-sabotage mentality. Okay, you have to stay in the present moment when you get into those states, and it's probably very easy to get into those states in Mercury retrograde. Making sure that you take some time to breathe. Come back to the present moment and all will be well. I sometimes, if I'm overthinking, because I have double air in my big three, with water, so I overthink. If I'm trying to come back to the present moment, I would, in my head, I'm like, okay, this is a flower in front of me. I am doing this. I am doing this. Just bringing awareness back into my body instead of thinking about every other which scenario, right? So we talked about deepening our acceptance. Woo, Mercury retrograde, come on, with compassion, and then also forgiveness. Forgiveness. It says healing comes from acceptance, right? Help me, dear Lord, to fully accept what is, knowing that this alone will open me up to the new. So that's more, the compassion is self-acceptance, and then the forgiveness is all around acceptance for what is happening around the world, what is happening within your community, within your personal life. Know that you have to forgive in order to be in a powerful state, to bring your power back, right? In order for you to make the moves that you need to do. Because if you get stuck and lost in it, you'll continue to be in this self-sabotaging behavior. Because at that point, at that moment, if you're still holding on to something that no longer serves you, then the only person that is at fault is you. Is you. So, and that's where we get into the victim mentality, whereas it becomes a pattern. So we want to be able to use the tools that are necessary, that are on the internet, that are everywhere. You can. We're in the age of Aquarius. You can pretty much find it anywhere. So use the tools. Be the creator, the alchemist, the magician of your life, and heal to create. Feel to heal and create. Okay. I love y'all all. I hope y'all have a wonderful, wonderful full moon and a wonderful week and through these energies. And I will catch you in the next one.